Hi, Donna Knox with Articles of a Domestic Goddess here, and I'm going to show you today how to do the half double crochet stitch. So I'm going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to use a chain 2 turning chain. I'm going to count it as the first stitch on my in my row. So I'm going to chain 2. Skip the first 3 because the first 2 are my turning chain. The first is the first stitch. So you skip the first stitch, you work into the second, yarn over, work into the fourth stitch from your hook, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now I'm going to mark the top of my chain 2 as my first stitch because it is technically my first stitch. Yarn over, insert into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And just continue to do that down the row until your row is filled. Yarn over, insert into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, insert into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, insert into the next, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now I've got my first row of half double crochet. Now to work back into the established row, I'm going to chain 2 for our turning chain. Counts as our first stitch. We're going to turn. We're not going to work into the first. We're going to work into the second. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn, pull through all 3. And you're just going to continue to do that all the way down the row until you get to the very end. And it would be best for a beginner if you invested in stitch markers. Probably something simple like safety pins would be good. And the reason I say so is because I'm going to show you right now. It would be very easy to misinterpret this last stitch because you're using your turn 2 turning chain, your chain 2 turning chain, excuse me, as your first stitch, and it does not look like a first stitch at all. So I dropped them when I was a beginner. So you're going to want to work into the top of the stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Count your stitches and use stitch markers, and that way you don't drop stitches. And that is my 2 rows of half double crochet. I hope that you found this helpful. If you want to use a alternative turning chain, you would chain 1 and you would work into the first stitch, and you would count your first half double crochet as your first half double crochet. You can watch my videos on turning chains if you're confused, but this was, I just showed you a chain 2 turning chain using counting my turning chain as my first stitch. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.